So, 50 Cent is dropping bombshells. Did hip-hop titan Jay-Z, a power player in the Super Bowl halftime show, really try to bench him from a career-defining moment? We're going deep into 50's explosive claims, a feud that's been brewing for ages, and the intense power plays unfolding on music's biggest stage. Welcome. We're diving into a storm brewed by none other than Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, a rapper known for his unfiltered truth. He's at the heart of some serious music industry drama, and frankly, we're here for it. The main event, the epic 2022 Super Bowl halftime show. 50 made a show-stopping surprise appearance, but according to him, getting there was a battle. He's pointing fingers, claiming that behind the scenes, there were moves to keep him off that stage. We're talking about dissecting 50 Cent's side of the story, looking at his long-running feud that he believes led to this, and figuring out what his claims about these power struggles really mean for music. This beef? From 50 Cent's perspective, it's ancient hip-hop history, stretching all the way back to the late 90s and early 2000s. As 50 tells it, he and Jay-Z both hustled their way to the top in New York City, but their parallel journeys were always charged with intense competition. It all arguably kicked off with 50 Cent's 1999 track, How to Rob, where he infamously and fictionally detailed robbing music industry heavyweights. While Jay-Z wasn't the main target, 50 established his provocative style. Jay-Z did fire back lyrically, notably in tracks like It's Hot, Some Like It Hot. Interestingly, 50 Cent has said he saw Jay-Z's lyrical responses as a kind of respect, Jay acknowledging his arrival. He even suggested Jay-Z dissing him might have actually helped his career. They even toured together on Rock the Mic in 2003, but 50 says that didn't stop the competitive vibe. He's consistently described their dynamic as being about competition, not real personal hate, stating in a 2011 interview that their interactions are all about this competitive spirit. As he famously put it, "Me and Jay will use each other," repeatedly, for energy. Yet 50 has definitely been the more outspoken, often criticizing Jay-Z's projects. Remember 2017? He called Jay-Z's 444 album golf course music, saying it was too smart for everyday folks. This long history of rivalry from 50's point of view and his outspoken nature is key to understanding his more recent and much more serious claims about the Super Bowl. He clearly feels this old rivalry jumped from lyrics to direct attempts to mess with his business and career. That 2022 Super Bowl halftime show in LA, a landmark moment for hip-hop. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, legendary. And then, bam, 50 Cent's stunning surprise, performing in Da Club upside down. Unforgettable. But if you ask 50 Cent, getting onto that stage was a brutal fight, one he claims was orchestrated by powerful forces. Since 2019, Jay-Z's Rock Nation has partnered with the NFL, co-producing the halftime show and picking artists. This deal itself has stirred up its own controversy, especially around the NFL's handling of Colin Kaepernick's protests. So, here's 50's bombshell. He alleges that this significant influence was used to try and keep him out of the 2022 show. 50 claims the narrative pushed was that the NFL had an issue with him, a neat excuse. But 50 wasn't buying it. He fired back in an interview. He was saying to Eminem that the NFL had the issue with me, and I'm like, well, what's the issue? Why don't they have an issue when I'm becoming a partner with the actual teams? But they have an issue with my performance? It makes no sense. He's pointing to his business deals, like Sire Spirits, partnered with NFL teams. So, how did 50 make it? He gives all credit to his longtime friend, Eminem. 50 has repeatedly said Eminem drew a line, telling organizers he wouldn't perform if 50 wasn't there. Eminem wouldn't do it without me. That's how I ended up on the show because he was not coming if I didn't do it, 50 revealed. He added, when that happens, you go, damn, so you just lost Eminem because you didn't bring 50? Damn, all right, bring 50 then. But if it was up to them, they would not have me there. NORE also shared a story, claiming he was told that the white guy called for 50 Cent, referring to Eminem. 50 Cent later questioned the phrasing, wondering why Eminem wasn't called the biggest rap artist in the world, and why he should even have to make that demand. For 50 Cent, these alleged actions were just their long-standing rivalry hitting a new peak, but this time, crossing from music into his business. He sounded genuinely baffled by it, saying, right now, he's not even competing for a slot. He doesn't have a new song out that he wants to be top 10, and he's still competing. It don't make sense. What are we competing for? What's the goal? You can feel his frustration over what he sees as an unnecessary and damaging escalation. If 50 Cent's claims are on the money, it shines a spotlight on some serious power dynamics within the music industry, particularly around Jay-Z's Roc Nation. Their partnership with the NFL, kicking off in 2019, was billed as a way to boost the league's entertainment and its Inspire Change social justice initiative. This deal undoubtedly gave Jay-Z and Roc Nation huge sway over one of the world's most watched TV events. However, this partnership has faced its share of criticism, especially considering the NFL's past handling of Colin Kaepernick and questions about whether the Roc Nation deal was a PR fix while Kaepernick wasn't playing. 50 Cent's allegations imply that Jay-Z's influence through Roc Nation could potentially be wielded to settle old scores or manage rivalries, effectively positioning them as gatekeepers for monumental opportunities like the Super Bowl halftime show. From an artist's viewpoint, this isn't merely about artistic superiority, it's about Jay-Z's strategic moves that can profoundly impact careers. The Super Bowl stage offers unparalleled exposure, and the thought of being potentially blocked by Jay-Z appear would undoubtedly be a massive blow. The spotlight on Roc Nation and Jay-Z didn't dim there. When Kendrick Lamar was announced as the headliner for the 2025 show in New Orleans, a decision driven by Roc Nation and Jay-Z, it ignited another fiery debate. Many felt New Orleans' own Lil Wayne was unjustly overlooked by Jay-Z's company for the show in his hometown. Lil Wayne himself admitted the omission hurt a lot. Interestingly, while 50 Cent defended Kendrick's selection, acknowledging Kendrick's current standing, this again highlighted Roc Nation's and Jay-Z's decision-making power. More recently, Jay-Z and his Roc Nation NFL deal have faced even more intense scrutiny due to serious legal allegations leveled against Jay-Z in late 2024. While Jay-Z has vehemently denied these allegations, they prompted questions, publicly voiced by 50 Cent, about the implications for the Super Bowl and Roc Nation's involvement. 50 Cent posted on social media, questioning if the controversy could jeopardize the NFL's partnership with Roc Nation, asking on behalf of Kendrick Lamar. Despite this, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell has affirmed that the league's relationship with Roc Nation under Jay-Z remains strong. Even as 50 Cent discussed the lawsuit, he reiterated that his rivalry with Jay-Z is fundamentally about being competitive, but his ongoing social media jabs at Jay-Z regarding these allegations continued. All these developments add further complexity to the broader questions surrounding Jay-Z's power, influence, and accountability within the entertainment business. The Super Bowl halftime show, under Roc Nation's guidance with Jay-Z, has aimed to spotlight diverse artists and Black music. But the claims originally voiced by 50 Cent, coupled with these other controversies surrounding Jay-Z and Roc Nation, continue to fuel questions about the behind-the-scenes politics and personal vendettas that might be shaping these monumental decisions. So here's the bottom line from 50 Cent's camp. He believes his long, fiery rivalry with Jay-Z boiled over into a direct move to keep him out of that landmark 2022 Super Bowl halftime show. 50 is absolutely certain that if it wasn't for Eminem's steadfast support, his unforgettable upside-down in Da Club moment would never have happened. And even though he's backed Roc Nation's pick of Kendrick Lamar for the 2025 show, 50 Cent's comments always seem to come back to his view of Jay-Z's competitive nature spilling beyond music into business. This whole unfolding saga, now tangled with the recent serious allegations against Jay-Z and 50's characteristically direct responses, highlights just how complicated and, let's face it, messy the music biz can be. It's a place where personal beefs, big money deals, and massive cultural moments crash into each other on the world's biggest platforms. In the end, what 50 Cent appears to be saying is, competition is one thing, but trying to actively block someone's shine? That's a whole other, much more serious playbook. What's your take on 50 Cent's explosive claims? Is this just a classic case of hip-hop rivalry heating up, or is there a deeper layer of industry politics at play? We want to hear your thoughts. Drop them in the comments below. And if you love diving into music industry controversies and artist feuds, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives. Thanks for watching!